Welcome to English, Please, the podcast where we explore interesting topics in under 10 minutes in clear, intermediate English. I'm your host, Christopher. I live in New York City, and I've always been passionate about languages and how we learn them. Whether you're listening on your way to work or while cooking dinner at home, this show is designed to help you with your English listening and comprehension skills. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you had a chance to relax during the holidays and that 2026 is off to a great start. I'm excited to begin Season 4 with you, and I've got some new episodes coming very soon. You might notice my voice sounds a little different today. I'm getting over a cold, but I'm feeling much better. In this episode, I want to talk about something several listeners have mentioned, and it's something that frustrates a lot of English learners: the gap between textbook English and real English. If you've been studying English for a while, you've probably noticed this. You learn grammar rules, you memorize vocabulary lists, you do exercises in a textbook, and then you try to have a real conversation with a native speaker, and it doesn't quite work the way you expected. So what's happening? Is textbook English bad? Not at all. Textbook English gives you the foundation. It teaches you grammar structure, basic vocabulary, and how sentences are supposed to work. And that's all very important. But here's the problem. Textbooks can't teach you everything about the way English actually sounds in real life. Let me give you an example. In a textbook, you might learn the phrase, "I am going to go to the store." This is perfect grammar, and it's very clear. But in real conversation, what do we actually say? "I'm gonna go to the store," or sometimes even just, "Gonna go to the store." The textbook version isn't wrong, but it sounds quite formal. It sounds like you're reading from a script. And when you only practice textbook English, you start to sound like a textbook instead of a person. Think about your own native language. I'm sure you can think of several examples when the textbook phrase is a little different from the phrase you actually use. Here's another example. A textbook might teach you to answer, "How are you?" with, "I am fine, thank you. And you?" Grammatically, again, that's perfect. But in real conversation, English speakers usually say, "Good, thanks. How about you?" Or even, "Good, you?" The textbook version isn't wrong, but it sounds stiff and formal. So what's the solution? How do you bridge the gap between textbook English and real English? First, you need to listen to real English as much as possible. And I don't mean English lessons made for learners. I mean podcasts like this one, TV shows, movies, conversations between native speakers. You need to hear how people actually talk to each other. Second, you need context. Textbooks often give you vocabulary words with definitions, but they don't always show you when or how to use them. For example, you might learn that purchase means to buy. That's true, but purchase sounds formal. You might say, "I need to purchase a new car," in a business email, but in conversation, you would just say, "I need to buy a new car." People will understand you either way, but knowing how people actually say things in real life helps you sound more natural. And it helps you understand conversations, movies, TV shows, books, and even song lyrics better. Third, you need active practice, not just passive listening. Active practice means you're doing something with the English you're learning. You're answering questions, you're repeating phrases out loud, you're checking your understanding. Passive listening is helpful, but it's not enough on its own. That's actually why I put together the English Listening Accelerator with lessons that include transcripts, comprehension questions, and pronunciation practice. If you want to try it, there's a free sample at comullen.com/listen. But the main point is this: don't rely only on textbooks. Use them for grammar and structure, sure. But spend just as much time, maybe even more time, listening to and practicing real English. Watch shows, listen to podcasts, have conversations, even if they're messy at first. The gap between textbook English and real English doesn't close overnight. But the more you expose yourself to how English actually sounds, the faster you'll start to sound natural too. Again, I'm Christopher, and I want to invite you to join me in future episodes of English Please to hear about a variety of topics, all focused on helping you with your English. Subscribe now wherever you listen to podcasts, and let's continue this adventure together in clear, understandable English. Sincere thanks, as always, for listening as we begin Season 4. See you soon!